Okay, welcome. So this is basically just a stream for me to do some rendering. I was doing a lot of figure drawing, like timed drawings, and I wasn't really getting. I mean, I will continue doing those because it's good for the practice, and it's kind of my preferred stage of drawing. But I wanted to do something a little more complete today. So yeah, I basically, like, this is a fully finished drawing. And I just want to do a little more rendering on it. And it was based on someone I work with. I did a sketch of them and I was like, I kind of like that sketch. And then I turned it into this monster. I guess she's not a monster, she's the pilot of some sort of monster tentacle asteroid, you know? But anyway, I don't know how unique or interesting of an idea it is, but it's kind of, it's certainly colorful. I think it's probably colorful to a point where, like, there's just, like, probably too much color. But I think it still works. Like, in values, if I put it into values, I think the values are pretty good. So that's the values there. Which is cool, I think. I think that's like a nice balance between the values. The other thing is I've moved my microphone because I finally got my Cintiq set on a mechanical arm, which is what I've been wanting to do for a while now. It's just I didn't have the part. So now that I have that on the mechanical arm, I couldn't put my microphone there, so it was going to get hit all the time. So I had to move my microphone, and I wonder if the sound is going to be affected. Like whether my voice is going to come through less clearly. It used to be like right in front of my mouth. But time will tell, I guess. I'm going to skip this song, and hopefully the audio is not too loud. It's loud in my headphones. Anyway, I guess I'll start. I've got 3 things here. So obviously I've squashed all the layers down because this is going to be a nightmare to work on anyways because it's such high resolution, which it doesn't need to be, but I made the mistake of drawing it. I made the mistake of drawing it in low resolution to start with. And then obviously I was like, man, I might want this at higher resolution at some point. So like then I exported the whole thing, up-resed it. And then a lot of problems were caused by up-resing it. Like, because it's not vector, it's raster. It's a raster program. So like, if you come in really close, some of these lines, like here, right? If you can see that, super fuzzy. But it's alright, no one's gonna zoom in that close, even if I printed it, which I don't imagine I will. Maybe I will, just for myself. Not to sell prints or anything, but just for myself. Like, I don't think anyone's wanting a print of my tentacle, my tentacle monster. But like, for me, I'd like to have this piece, maybe. I think it looks alright. I've been going on and off, like, sometimes I think the face looks really good, and then other times I think there's problems with the perspective in this side. But anyway, it's fine. Okay. What to do first on this one? Like I said, because it's almost finished, it's going to be a lot of me trying things out and then like deciding ultimately that didn't look that good. This might probably be the last render that I do on this in particular. The other thing is, I have a background for it, which is this, which I think looks quite nice. I mean, it's a photo I took. It's a photo I took in Saigon, and I want to, and then I made most of the buildings and things black, and then I made the clouds and sky, I think, red or something. Maybe it was just the sky. Yeah, I think it might have been just the sky red, because like here you can see sort of clouds coming up, and it creates like quite a nice simple background for it. But obviously I don't want to have her sitting in the middle of the page like that. Like I might do something more interesting when it comes to that. And of course the other thing is like there's lots of little articles in this background that need to be fixed. Like here. Like if I zoom in enough, you'll see lots of little red things like this, which probably don't look that good. Could go for like a cleaner look like I did over here, where it's a lot cleaner. Although, I don't know, does that look that bad? Having it is just a background. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's for later. That's something I don't have to deal with right now because I'm still rendering the main character. Oh no, and I drew that on the character layer. Okay. Honestly, I don't know what I wanted to do here. I thought about fixing that rat up on her head because that rat is... I mean, now that we're zoomed in a little closer, you can probably see the parts that aren't as polished. But yeah, I don't know how nice of a... I don't know, sometimes I feel like this is a really nice drawing and then, yeah, parts of me are just, something will pop out and I'm like, that's not good. Like, I kind of wonder if something should be in there. Or if I should sort of smooth out this a bit more. I mean, I could probably render this infinitely. Like, there's no point where I'll be like, ah, this is the perfect place for this to stop. Which is a shame because, eventually I have to stop working on this. It's not for anything. Like up here, I don't like this, right? Yeah. Just little things that I want to fix about it. It's funny, in my other area, I had a much, I had a version of this where the forehead was super defined. And it looked kind of cool, but it's tough. I think this eyebrow as well needs to be moved down. If we think of the perspective as being like this, like the top of this eyebrow should meet up with the top of that eyebrow. I might do that. I might move it down. We'll see. Might be easier to move it down now. Hopefully, I'll have this at a scale where the, hopefully it'll be at a scale where no one's getting that close. No one's getting this close, right? If someone's getting this close, it's a problem. Okay. I should fix this eye though. That's what I mean, I get too zoomed in and then there's issues that pop up that probably aren't the biggest deal. I wonder if that looks better. Probably a little bit, right? I shouldn't have merged those layers, but I did that. I think it looks alright. I like to keep one version of the older version because I've had to go back a few times on changes I'd made that seemed really good in the moment, and then when I looked at them, I was like, I looked at them in the cold light of day and was like, this is not so good. You did not do a good job. Which I'm sure happens to everyone. I've also kind of got a weird approach to this brush. Like a lot of my stuff's in pencil, in the digital pencil, not a real pencil. And then occasionally I will jump to this paint and do like a bunch of this digital paintbrush and do a bunch of like smudgy sort of lines like that. I mean, I feel like I could render this face forever. It's still so much stuff that I could do to this face. I'm not sure what we're listening to here. And this Love Heart was like a super late edition. I just like the idea of having this distorted face reflecting in it, and then having some of the yellow off the tentacle reflect onto her and the thing as well, onto the Love Heart. It was meant to be a hologram, but I think it doesn't. I think it doesn't matter that it's actually physical. This is kind of an absurdist. It's kind of a weird, nonsensical picture anyways, right? Let me know if I've got any viewers. Let me know if I'm inaudible. I might put some little... it's hard because like the whole thing's pretty simple. I don't want to texture up. I was gonna say I'll put some texture in here, but I don't want to just like have it overly textured when the whole thing's pretty simple. Like, does that actually meaningfully add to it? Not really, right? Maybe just one. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Maybe I'm nearly finished. I planned on working on this a lot sooner, but well, I guess it just there were lots of little things I wanted to do to it in the meantime. The reason I'm comfortable streaming this is actually because I think none of my colleagues would be able to identify. Like, I've done 3 pictures, 3 different colleagues, and I'm confident that maybe only one of them is identifiable as the person, and it's not this one. And he is a good friend, and I don't think he would mind that I drew a picture of him. It's kind of a weird thing to do, right? Draw a picture of people you work with. So, anyway. This one I think is, for starters, it wasn't that good of a sketch. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't, no one's looking at that sketch and going, that's that person. And then, once I've added all these fantastical elements, I think it's safe to say that it looks nothing like the person now, I hope. It would be a very odd I guess if someone did it to me, I would be like, man, that's weird that you... Maybe it's nice though, I don't know. Anyway. And the other guy that I drew, I think no one would know. I've probably got it. I wonder if I can go into projects without, I hope there's nothing in here that's too, like no, anything that's a problem. I don't think there is in the projects. God, it takes ages to load because of the resolution. So this is the other one that I drew, and I'm confident no one knows. Like the lad that I sketched in this picture, I think he would be like, well, to be honest, people often think that I drew myself in this picture, which is strange because I don't think that looks that much like me, but anyway, yeah, no one's ever looked at it and gone, that's this guy. So I am guessing I did a poor job on the likeness there as well, which is okay. And we're back. Okay. Now, there's some very simple stuff I can do, I think, that will perhaps make this a little bit nicer to look at. And one of them is just like a new multiply layer and adding in some shading where I think it could use it. Like, I think this, if the light's coming from here, I think it would be nicer for this to actually stick out from the clothing that it's on. And I mean, that's already kind of happened in there, but even more, I think. It's weird because there's actually light coming from here as well, which is what this pink is, but I think that light is not strong enough to offset the like shadow that would be coming from there. And to be honest, even in here there could be some darker shading. I have to go readjust all my values maybe. That'll be annoying. I don't think so though, it's alright. How's that? Let's check it without it. Ooh, I don't know if it looks that good, does it? I mean, the simple solution will just be to drop the transparency on this layer a bit. Because it's obviously too dark, right? Right? I think that's probably too dark. Yeah, I guess so. I guess maybe that's too dark. Okay. Oh, there was a shadow that was really bothering me on her face as well. Let's check that again. I don't know that that added that much, to be honest. Take it or leave it. I like that. I like that bit, that shadow there, because it looks like the light is being blocked by the ridge of the cockpit, which I actually quite like. I think that looks good. Okay. Now the bit that's bothering me is this hair here. Because I think there would be more than this little bit here. I think that looks bad, right? I guess the light is hitting her like square in the forehead. I might get off the multiply layer and see if I can fix that with just painting. I used to say painting and my sister would be like, why do you say painting? You're using a computer. But it still feels like it is digital painting, right? And I get why people would be like, you're not really painting though. But this feels to me like painting, it's just you've got an undo button. I guess no, and you've got layers, yeah. I don't know. I don't really have any, traditional painting's super cool. I don't really have any desire to start at this stage. Seems too hard. Seems too hard for someone who never has their shit together. Like for someone who never has their plan figured out. Something's going on here. Again, something that no one will probably see. Now, does that look better? No. It's a weird one. I don't really know how to fix that. Like, clearly the hair's overlapping here, coming down in front. Like that. Is that better? There's no volume in his hair. This is like a wishful thinking, but we'll see. Let me see if that looks better. I actually do think that looks a little better. Still doesn't fix our shadow problem here, which might just be that it's too much, maybe, to be like it's there's too much contrast between the highlight and the shadow, maybe. Yeah, it looks a little better. I think so. I don't know. Let's try it going away again. I mean, it's obviously, it's a weird looking character. It's kind of a weird looking character anyways. Which is not to say, the person who I sketched to make this character is not weird looking at all. I don't want to put that out into the world. My colleague who I based the sketch on is like very nice. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Good to see you, mate. Stopping by before sleeping. Yeah, you're an animal, mate. You're streaming constantly. I've been catching a few of your streams, like maybe not the whole thing, but bits and pieces of them. And you really, I stream for like 1 hour and then, then I'm too tired to do any more, mate. You're doing like marathon streams. Get that in there. Maybe a few errant hairs will make this come together. I mean, the whole thing's a mess when you go too close. You just gotta stay zoomed out, but they still look any good. Alright, okay. This is kind of my least favorite part of any art, is little fine-tuning moments. My favorite part is the sketch, honestly. Now, how does that look? I don't think we need that extra hair there. Did not realize I colored over something I'd drawn up here. Oh, there's nothing for it. Just have to accept it. And maybe smooth it out a bit in there. How's that? Alright. I know the rat on top of her head could use some work, but I'm just so reticent to go in there and do anything to it. And the thing is, I know how bad it looks close as well. I even understand kind of that these eyebrows are not good. I get it. There's just, I mean, look at over here. What's going on with this? You know what I mean? God, I'm so resistant to working on this. I worked on it for ages one day, and then I just deleted everything. I don't know, I think there's too many issues with this mouse, this rat. This ratata, basically a ratata. Does that look better? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. All I did was really fold it up a bit. This is another case of like where the moving it to an up-res file destroyed my lines. Like destroyed all of the nice pencil, because it's raster and not vector. Like even along here as well. I wonder if going around and just like cleaning up all the lines would improve this art significantly or not. Or if I'm better off just painting. It's the other thing, like, I know you meant to, I know it's advisable sort of to, if you're painting, paint with shapes and stuff, and if you're doing sort of cartoony, you do your line work and cell shading or whatever your style is, rather than mashing two styles that don't go together that well together. And like, I way prefer line work to the like all of this on her face, all the rendering, that takes so long for me. And I way prefer I'd way prefer this to be, usually in terms of drawing, I way prefer to do like the line work and just have like, have like this indication. That's in terms of actually doing it. I think people probably think this looks better. But in terms of actually, I don't know, the process, I like lines. I like line work. When I opened this morning, I had so many areas that I wanted to improve. And now I can't think of any of them. Maybe get some, that's the other thing, I don't know whether I should texture this rat. Like, if I add a lot of texture, is he gonna start stealing attention from the focus, which is kind of her face at the moment? I hope it's her face. That's where I put the most work, like that's where I did the most rendering. And I feel like that's where we've got the most contrast. There's this dark hair, light skin, most detail, right? And then also we have like, if I go into colors, there's like pink, yellow, purple. It all sort of converges on here. I hope that was the aim. But I do concede, like, my colors are all over the place. Like there's like this color here, yellow here. Like it's probably not a model color scheme. Like generally you're meant to pick like 3, right? For nice cohesive colors. But anyway, whatever. I think it looks okay. I can't help it. I'm not particularly skillful at colors. It's just not one of my skill sets. I guess I could do more color studies. But these are, I bought these, and then they were not designed for TV paint. These they're like hair highlights. They're designed to go in your hair, in anime hair, and you like stick them there. Say, oh, I better make a new layer. You stick them there, and then you click add, or maybe not add, maybe overlay. No? Dodge? Yeah, whatever. I guess usually I use add, but right now if I use add, it looks exactly the same as if I use color. A little bit different. Well, maybe because it's so dark there. I was just trying to find a nice spot for it. Let's say we put it here, and we click add. And then I'll lower the opacity a bit and sort of cut into them. Yeah, that looks terrible, but I guess my it looks terrible. I guess my point was, like, I got these for hair highlights, but they weren't designed for TV paint, so I had to like export them all as I don't know what they are. PNGs maybe? At a large resolution so that I could scale them and put them places that I wanted to put them. But like, to be honest, I hardly ever use them for hair highlights now. Like none of this is using them. Her hair is all hand drawn highlights. I'm trying to think what I use them for. Like I have used them in here. Where's a good example of where I've applied it? Oh, okay, like a real obvious spot is right here. Where? Color. Right here, right? Like I just put it on the heart as a like highlight. A nice shiny specular highlight. Oh, and here. Here's another spot that I used them. Just a bit of reflection on this. And probably in here too, actually. Yeah, I guess I use them all the time. Like I do, I use them a lot, but just in no, I don't have a real method for where to put them. And down here is some stuff I made myself in Procreate. There's a little fire. What else is there? What's this? Oh, this is that same fire, but I made it into like an explosion. So I could go like that, but I won't do either of those things. Okay. Maybe I should clean up the background. Since I can't think of where to render just yet. I will, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll clean up some of this background so that I'm not just doing random stuff, so that I'm actually getting some other stuff done. And I might duplicate it because there's a good chance I ruin it somehow. I really like these thin lines going through here. Like I want to clean it up, but I don't want to get rid of any of the detail that comes from that picture I took. Like small cables and things. I think it looks really cool. I need to fix my pencil again. I don't know why it does that. It always resets. It's probably, I guess I grabbed the wrong... I guess I grabbed one of the tools that reset my pencil. There's certain parts I don't want to get rid of in here. Like I quite like some of this stuff. But, as I said earlier, this is a this is a photo that I took in Vietnam, and it's just I've just repurposed it as like this weird graphic background for this character in particular. I just think it goes well with this character. So I've colored everything red, except for like the buildings and the trees and some of the clouds. I guess here we've got red clouds, and here we've got black clouds. And I don't know, I like this, to be honest. I think I might keep it. I wonder if it looks bad. Like that. I would be a square like this. You can't see that if you're watching. It'll be a square like this. The frame would be like this, I guess, if I was posting it. Come on. Right? Like, that's actually pretty cool. I guess on Instagram it would be a square, and if I wanted to print it for whatever reason, it would be just for me. The other thing I've done is hold on, I've got to merge all these layers. Wait, merge selected layers. The other thing I've done is God, it's slow. This is going to potentially crash because it's such a high resolution. Okay, so the other thing I've done is like, I really like it when we don't see the whole thing. It looks like we've got like a driving view of her, like a more close up, like here, which I also think looks good. Like I quite like that as well. I just don't know. I think that gives us more of a close up of her character. Let's have a look at that with values. I love that actually. As compared to And I guess that's the other thing for an Instagram post or something. I mean, I have all these files. I can do many different versions of this depending on what I'm going to do with it. But I also like the idea of having her pop out of a frame like that. Looks quite good, I think. Yeah, I quite like that too. I don't know. I mean, ooh, okay. Have I got? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, because this could I could just delete the rest of this. Come on, man. Oh, that's been done actually. What's happening is the bottom layer is not. There we go. Gotcha. Ah, I didn't realize that was okay. Sorry, I've done a lot of little things to this, which are causing me to have to rework it. But the idea is solid. I think the idea of having it framed like that is quite a good idea. Especially for like a print or something, which is not, again, no one's buying this print. It's just for me. But like I would like to have it as like a little showcase of like improving, maybe. Yes, okay. Now I'll delete these ones. Alright. Let's try that again. Hopefully, now... Oh, actually, there's one more thing I have to do, which is apply this layer to that layer. Sorry, so the whole point of what I was just doing then was trying to get it so that I can cut out the background that is not in the frame easily. Which is like pretty simple when you've got a white border like this. But I do have to make sure that my magic brush expands 1 pixel at least. Okay. I'm guessing that'll be like 3 clicks. Maybe 4 clicks. Some weird stuff happening there too. Okay, here's the test. Yeah. And then we can just clean up here. And I think I would even, I don't know, would I color that in all black? I think that looks quite good. That might be the way that I end up posting this, I think. Because I also really like this large version with the full background. Like this. As like a character, not quite in the thirds. I guess if we're following the rule of thirds, she should be like, the focal point should be kind of here, right? I'll use white, should be here. Maybe, like that's about a third. So like, I probably have to move her head slightly there. I don't know though, does it follow the spiral rule? Maybe it follows the spiral rule. The gold, whatever it is, the golden rule. I don't know. I'm not good with composition. Yeah, I really like that too. But it's just there's so much work that cuts out. Like this. There's so much work that goes in here. Maybe not that much, right? What are we missing? Like this bit. And down here. I guess kind of the other reason I like to keep it small, like not small, keep it intact like this, is the larger we go, the more obvious all the issues with it are. Like the smaller it is, the less my little rendering mistakes stand out, which is nice as well. Yeah. That just looks so good though. I think that just looks better. With her kind of popping out of the canvas a bit. And then if the background, I wonder if that works if the background was white. Oh, I don't want to do that though. I'll make a background layer. Background. I never use the background layer. This is like the first time, and usually I just make a layer, drag it underneath, and add something to it. Is that good? Oh, there's something happening in the back there. This cloud is getting... I guess there's a hole in my background layer. In here. That's interesting. I'll plug those holes quickly. Come on, mate. Come on. What's going on? Oh, maybe it's because I was petrified that we'd frozen then. Yeah, it is. It's because I had the dropper selected. Okay. All right, TV Paint. Done. Oh, maybe not done. I thought that was done, but obviously didn't have enough. Expand on that. That looks so much worse when whatever I did fix that. I'm gonna skip this song. Just a pre-warning, it's coming. I don't know what I'm trying to do there, to be honest. I just don't like the way that cloud looks. Super, I don't know. Too even, maybe? Maybe there was more lines coming through. And maybe if this palm tree was sort of extending out into it. Does that create too much noise there? I think it's alright actually. I will say, this character has no motion, no action. Oh, that looks great though. Okay, I quite like that. Let's see how that looks without the values. Oh, it's so colorful. It's such a shocking thing to come back to. It takes a while for your eyes to go, oh, I'm adjusted now. Ooh, something's going on there. in the actual character. Yeah, something down here. Another artifact of when I upscaled it, I guess. Okay, that's good. Good. I wonder, is it better if I draw like this? I don't want to mess with this background too much, so I'm going to create a new layer to do this bit. Just to have a bit of an experiment. See if this looks better. I like the idea that this is wrapping around. What do we think of that? Same with hair, actually. I like the idea that this is like... As long as everything's sort of leading towards her as well, I think it'll look better. Okay. I really like it now. I don't think I can do that close zoomed in anymore. Now her face is a little bit blown out though. I don't really like this behind here. Okay. Okay, back to rendering her, I guess. It's such a mess, though. That's the other thing, it's such a mess. At least the colors are so messy. Let me look at the values again. Like in values it looks quite nice, I think. But once we take the values away, is it too colorful? Maybe it's okay. Oh, okay. That's not even on that, that's part of the character again. So because my character has all these things like this flying around, should zoom in a little more so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Like this. It's, in this particular background, it's like, there's some red on it that's showing up there. Same here, same over here. Thing is, I don't want to get rid of that stuff just yet because I like it when she's not on this background. I like that stuff floating around. So what I might do is duplicate this character and delete it just from the one I'm going to use for this background. Alright. Okay, it looks kind of good. Now, there was something else I wanted to do here. Maybe it had to do with this emblem here. Ooh, can't go over that. Okay. God, those hands. Just ignore the hands, everyone. This is not a drawing about her hands. I think I'm going to get rid of these lines down here as well. They just didn't add much. They're kind of distracting. Alright. I think the next thing to do actually would be make sure that these lines make sense. Maybe clean up this stuff. Okay. I don't want to mess with the background too much. Alright, maybe there's I need to make myself a list of things to fix. I think this achieved quite a lot, even as we basically just did the background. I think that looks good now. Sorry, I'm kind of confused about what's happening there. Must be real. Must be on the picture. Yes, it is. It is on the picture. Okay. Yeah, there's some of this. One of my mistakes I made was merging all the layers onto a red background by accident. I had the background actually physically there, and by the time I realized I'd already made too many changes, I was like, well, I just have to work with it now because I'm not going back to before the face was rendered. And I realized I'm not talking into the mic, so sorry. Yeah, I could tidy this up. I could tidy this up forever, really. That's better. I should be working on like this. Oh, but I can't see it. That's why. That's why I can't work like that. I can't see it. Yeah, that red background, looking at it now, really screwed up this drawing. This is all the cuts I made to it just then that I didn't realize I was actually wrecking the line work. Okay. I wonder if I'm gonna hate this when I come back to it. Whether I'm just too close to it that I think this background looks good and not busy. Ah, there's something going on weird here though. Yes, 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 I see it. In here. In there, right? Maybe it's not that weird, it just looks weird because it's red, whereas the hole is black, and then over here we actually have some holographic stuff happening on the tentacle, which makes us think it should have holographic stuff going on in here. Oh no, the music started doing the problematic streaming again. I might add some pink over here too. Not really that good pink, is it? And a little bit of blue here. Okay, let's see if we can smudge this up a bit. Still looks a bit weird. Okay, how's that look? Yeah, a little better. Okay. I mean, this is maybe postable. I don't know if I'm gonna get much better than this without spending a lot of time on little things, and I want to move on. You know what I mean? I feel kind of, I guess I could... There's a lot of little small things that I feel like need work. Yeah, it looks better. I don't like too many of those errant pairs. I feel it starts to look a bit messy after that. Loses its structure a bit. I really want this to be one of those clouds that curls around on itself. Called a nimbus cloud, is that what that is actually called? That looks like it's swirling, you know? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Maybe that's good enough. Is it possible that if I took away some of the saturation, we would have a nicer looking picture? I don't know. I don't know whether... Oh, God. I never used toon shading. I briefly tried it. Like, very briefly. And I hated it. But it just takes so long to render. And it doesn't look that... Like, it just... there's no substitute for actually applying the shading yourself. Now, what was I doing? Adjusting the color on this, that's right. I'm way zoomed out. I know that must be annoying if you're watching. Being like, why are you so far zoomed out? I get it just gives me a bit more perspective, but I'll try and stay more zoomed in. Alright, what if I take 10% saturation away? And go to the right layer. Ooh, it's a bit grey, isn't it? Without that saturation. Probably color balance more than saturation that is the problem, because the values are right. I guess values are dark and light, so that doesn't make sense. Well, I still think it's color balance because, like, when we desaturate it, her face looks very gray, but maybe some other parts look okay. Like maybe some of the tentacles and stuff look better, but it's, or at least like. She's less blown out as well. What about 4%? I think 4% is a good amount to desaturate it. I'll sit on it. I'll sit on it as is. It's alright. Oh, we didn't try other variations. Might try some other color variations. Which is gonna look awful. There might be parts of it that look good, and then you can cut them out, right? Well, like obviously when I move over this way, it's gonna look bad because like we're not. I don't know. I don't know why. I guess because each color has its own value range, right? And so like, yeah, I don't know. I wonder what this looks like in values. Come on. It's the same. Looks the same. That's so, color's so weird, right? Like in values that looks perfect. But then if I take it and make it if I take the black and white away from it and make it, this looks bad. Whereas like, I feel like the colors I had on it before look okay. Like this looks bad. The closer we get to my original colors, the better it's gonna start to look. Like this looks passable still. Colors are so, that's such a weird thing, because in values they look exactly the same. I had to change this song. I quite like the blue down there. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Alright. I quite like the blue down here. When it's changed. Like right now we're back to normal colors. And I think normal colors look the best anyway, but let's go back to have a quick look. Yeah, like now, the blue down there is quite nice. I guess that's changed a little bit, has it? Oh yeah, okay, now it is, yeah. Yeah, I think the normal colors are the way to go. The original. Alright. Honestly, this feels pretty done. Maybe up where the rat's head is on the background, we can get rid of some of that negative red space. Just to, just so that it doesn't look like there's a tangent running along there, like up here, right? Is that better? Let's check. I don't know, actually. The tangent's not bad. You know what would be super dope? Is giving that rat a little crown. Is that too much? We've already got like floating hearts and things. But I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to give him a little graphic crown. Which isn't going to fit. It's not going to fit because it's... let's try. I like the idea now. Yeah, how do graphic crowns look? Usually they're like... It's very 1000 style. I used to watch, I mean, I still like 1000 of course, but like, I think when I was drawing, I really wanted a lot of my stuff to be similar. Which maybe wasn't the best approach because he's very good at what he does, and my stuff just looked not as good, obviously, of course. And still, of course. But like, I feel like I do a little more in my own practice now. I don't know, mate. That's a bad crown. How do graphic crowns look? I don't want to look one up, but I feel like I need to see how like graffiti artists do them. They're like this? They're like this, aren't they? They're like that, that, and then that. I don't know what I'm trying here. Just and then we would need to render it, obviously. It might be stealing a little bit more, too much attention as well. Is it better if I just connect that middle spike? Does it even look like a normal? Maybe it's too much? I don't know. I don't hate it. I'll see what people think. I guess I'll send it to some people and ask their opinion, whether they like that crown or not. It's such a obnoxious thing. All my friends would be so like, I used to do it all the time, but I guess it gets super annoying having someone be like, does this tiny little change that means nothing to you make a big difference? And I always be like, dude, I don't care. You got bigger problems than that. Should I? I like it now. I think I'll keep it. Hold on, let's look at it with the values in. I don't think it changes much in terms of values. It does. I think its size is the issue. It's too small right now, and I can't make it bigger without it going out of the canvas. Which means I would have to shrink the whole thing down. Like shrink the whole picture so that I can fit this little crown in there, but make it bigger. Yeah, because it's already at the top there. I love that crown though. I might save that for later, even if I don't use it. I like it. I like it. I think. so stupid. What are you doing? I don't know. Alright, and then I guess if the light's hitting it like that, we would have it go like that too. Right? That would be how it looked. This rat is disgustingly painted. He looks so bad when you close up. Can I render him? I guess I have to. I think. I think I have to give him more something. I was kind of hoping this would look like a shadow being dropped by the crown. This music is not doing well, is it? God, that rat's disgusting. Even up here, I don't know what I was thinking with this bit here. Up here. It's really hard to make that look like it's a shadow and not just shading because the head's naturally round. I gotta fix this music. Fix this music. Fix it. Okay. Will a pause and a replay help? Will a skip help? Alright, let's see how we go. I don't know how to fix this. Alright. I mean, I didn't hate that shadow on the ear, to be honest. At least. So. What if we use a little more shading on the head? Maybe a circle, a more circular circle, a more circular lips. make a new layer. Come on, mate. Come on. Alright. How's that? Not the nicest color though, is it? I quite like it now, but maybe a better color. I think it's just too dark. There's so much highlights up there. There's so much light. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And we should make the crown bigger. I think so. The crown should be bigger. What if the crown is like this? A lot of effort spent on this one little thing. Do I like him actually wearing it? No, because then we have to. That doesn't match the perspective, does it? But it could. Could match the perspective, and then you could have it much bigger, right? No, it's a dumb idea. The crown in general might not be that good of an idea. We fix the face first, mate. Alright, okay. Yes, I do. I have to fix her face. We'll come back to the crown. It's a little squashed up there. Little squashed, and there's problems with the face. There's still problems with the rat and the face. Okay. Honestly, okay, so the 3 spots. Number 1. I should make a new thing. Number 1, I think the girl's face could use more work. Number 2, the rat is terrible. And number 3, I think this doesn't work. The holographic steering device. I think it needs more. To be honest, even the heart is a bit of a. Is it just too much, all of it? could just be too much, all of it. Okay. Stop. Oh no. Okay. Could be too much. Let's get rid of the crown first. That looks better. I know. What do we put the crown in? So stupid, man. No. There's no need for it. You're right, there's no need. Okay. Ah, but the shadow looks good now. Honestly, it might just be better to have him wear it. Ooh, look at that. Okay, no crown. Making the decision for everyone. No crown and no shadow on his head. Also, no, I think we might get rid of this heart. Although I really like the reflection. Maybe we'll leave it. We'll leave that. It's getting hot. Getting hot, hot, hot. What's the time? Wow, it's late. I've been streaming for ages. Just doing nothing. I guess the background. We did the background. Feels good. least the background is finished. That feels good. I'm not really sure what I'm doing to this heart. I'm just trying to maybe make it a little more... I don't know, a little more... Like right now it seems to me that it doesn't fit that well. And I'm trying to keep it around just because it has a cool reflection, distorted reflection in it. I'm gonna skip this song. I don't know what this song's doing on there. Excuse me. Okay. 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 And now I might do one more thing and then I'm going to stop streaming. I'm just going to have a crack at running some colors through this holographic thing to see if I can make it a little more, a little less, I don't know, a little less like it's not part of the picture. There's a way to get blue in there somehow. I guess, alright, so does that look better? I kind of think it does. I think that's the secret to this holographic thing, is have some more pastel colors running through it. Like, because the colors in this are already so wild. Okay, what color works there, mate? Oh no, let's check the values, I guess. Values like that versus like... I guess that's okay. I don't know, if I come back and hate it, I'll change it later. Oh yeah, I didn't check the value of this. That's definitely better, like that, I think. It could even be more. I might even do a little more. Oh, no. Yeah. No. Could be better like this. Okay. That's it, guys. Thank you if you watched any of this. It's kind of dry stuff, I guess. Like, the picture's better, but like there's very little action going on. Got the background done though. Background is finished-ish, I guess. We'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna stop streaming once I find my stop streaming button.